not that song.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
FF episode 942. Hello, it's Mike Matthews. Broadcasting from Cafe Anyway, located somewhere in Podcastro Valley, Mont. Today it's part 2 of my interview from the cassette cubby hole with country music star Rhett Akins. Plus we hear from Benita, the disgruntled fiddle player, and the brewmaster. And Haley is here! Yay!
Mike's Daily Podcast.
I was asleep.
Okay.
What the hell is this place anyway?
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Well, the past couple of days have been hard for me. Losing someone is never easy. I'm singing this song to someone who taught me to relish in and perfect the art of being silly. He taught me to laugh and to enjoy your friends and
Mike's Daily Podcast.
He taught me to enjoy the great outdoors. He's immortalized at the beginning of this podcast and will be forevermore.
Mike's
So be silly.
Daily
Laugh loud.
Podcast.
Wash your socks.
Yeah!
Your nose and your feet will appreciate that.
That is true.
I don't think he taught me that last part, but I went out on my own on that one. So it's common sense. Anyway, sad. I told Haley all about it. Haley cheered me up yesterday in only the way Haley can. Thank you, Haley.
No problem. Back way far now. 6 years, maybe more. I actually lost an aunt who, in the same way, she is very silly and loved by everyone in the family, and she kind of taught me in the same way that your uncle taught you how to be silly and have fun and all that.
You know, and I think people that are like that teach us things like that, we never forget.
No.
So that's now we're going to transition from not like Caitlyn Jenner transitioning, but we're going to transition our topics.
Okay.
Yesterday, we had some people here that were doing a radiothon in the building.
Call-a-thon.
A call-a-thon. A marathon. I don't think these guys could do a marathon. They were a little bit on the heavy side.
They'd take them a while.
And they were not from California, these guys that came in to do this radiothon. And they had some comments that I heard. Like, one of them was, I don't like your bag policy. I went to buy something at the store the other day while I was here in California, and they wanted me to pay for a bag. I had to break a 20. So I was like thinking about that. Oh, and then he's like, oh, you got a lot of fires here. And you know, that's true. That California was all over the news with the fires, and now you don't hear anything about it. It's all about the floods now.
Yeah.
South Carolina.
Even though, like, there's still so many fires. Our campsite, my family has a campsite. And going back to my aunt, originally,
right,
she was the one that kind of upkept it, and then it got passed to my brother.
Is that the one in Gold Country?
It's up there. It's up there in Calaveras Country.
Oh, Calaveras County?
Yeah, Calaveras County. And the fires got dangerously close.
Oh, no, and that's your place.
Yeah, it was our place. We actually just bought a new trailer for it. And that would have been really bad if we just bought the trailer and then it got
burnt down. So you're a little bit nervous about that.
Yeah. But our old trailer, there's actually a lot of people that lost their homes up there, so we're giving away our old trailer to someone who needs it.
That's really nice of you. Mm-hmm. Do you know that area up there has a lot of microbreweries that have opened up?
Yes, I do.
So, and you don't like that because they're drunk and they're driving around?
No, it doesn't matter to me one way or the other.
Oh, okay.
See, because it's a little sort of gated community type area that our campsite's in.
And you see a lot of deer?
No, it's not high enough for deer.
Oh, okay.
We see wild turkeys a lot.
Wait, it's not high enough for deer come down here, though.
I know, but to have like a bunch of deer that go through and stuff, higher up is where you find them more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You see a bunch of what?
Wild turkeys.
Oh!
One got stuck in a tree once.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're
kind of like cats. They know how to get up. They're not so much good on getting down.
How'd you get it down?
It eventually found its way down.
Did it, when it falls down and it goes like thump, dead?
No, they can drift. Like, have you ever seen a peacock like kind of fly, but not really fly? Wild turkeys are the same way.
You recently listened to a podcast about the paranormal, and you said an interesting thing about it.
Is listening to 2 minutes of something considered actually listening to it?
I think they classify that as being listened to on the internet.
Okay, so I listened to a podcast. I was looking for a paranormal podcast because I want to listen to a podcast to pass the time, and I like the paranormal, so I thought I'd try to find something, and I was on Podomatic.
Yeah.
Spreaker, one of the two.
One of the ones that you can find us on.
Yeah, we were on there. But
Mixcloud?
I purposely ignored us.
That's so nice of you.
Maybe I should try Stream Live, too. Anyway.
How did you remember all those?
I don't know.
Anyways.
How do you remember all of them?
I have a list right here in front of me. No, it's in my brain now, but go ahead.
Exactly. I listened to this podcast, and I just, I'm kind of drifting through them, and I'm trying to find one that looks like it'll be a good mix of content and such, because I want to know all the latest paranormal news. And the first thing I should have noticed is, the podcast was from April, and before that April one, they hadn't done one since October.
Oh, these guys don't do it. They're lazy. Right,
and they had done a bunch last October, and then they didn't do it until April. And so, the first off, they were like, hey, so you're probably wondering where we went. And I wasn't, because this is the first time I was listening to the podcast. So that was a good start. And they were like, yeah, we've been working on this other project, blah, 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 blah. We'll tell you guys more about it. It's like, great, I don't care. And then they're like, this podcast is about the paranormal. Okay.
Now you're excited because you're going to hear your paranormal stuff.
And then they were like, except it's not, because we're just going to talk about our project.
Oh!
So, that's when I stopped listening.
Well, I'm speaking to Rhett Akins in this podcast from 2003. So we're going back in time.
Blast in the past. What was the top song of 2003? I was like...
Oh...
the top pop single.
Let me think here. I'm not going to look at a computer screen.
Take a guess.
Chumbawamba. No, I'm kidding.
No, that was 99.
It's 2003 was. I'm going to think of it right. Top song. I bet it was like Rob Thomas or Matt. No, it was Train. It was Drops of Jupiter, probably. Or it was the. Who else was...
Here we go. Billboard year-end top 100 singles. Number 1 was In Da Club by 50 Cent. In fact, most of these are... all the top ones are actually hip-hop.
Really? Name some of the other ones that I won't know.
In Da Club, 50 Cent. R. Kelly's Ignition, the remix. And Sean Paul with Get Busy. And then after that, there was Crazy in Love, which was Beyonce.
Oh, yeah.
So that one was big. And then coming to number 5 is when we start to get into the pop stuff. So there's 3 Doors Down, When I'm Gone.
That's right.
And
God, that was a horrible song. 3 Doors Down had that great Kryptonite song, and then I just lost it from there.
Yeah, because 3 Doors Down kind of was like... a Nickelback style.
Yes, I was about to say that.
From Superman. Yeah, aside from, And then, Unwell was the next one.
See? I thought there was a Matchbox 20 in there.
Yeah, you got pretty close on that one, number 6. Also, Bring Me to Life by Evanescence came in at number 10.
Oh my God. Do you know what, though, got over... That song was okay, that My Immortal got played so much.
Oh, yeah, as well as, Wake Me Up.
Wake, that's the one you're talking about.
Oh, it is.
Bring me to life. Wake me up.
Can't wake up! Let's see. Anything else important? There's 2 Justin Timberlakes at 30 and 32. Cry Me a River and Rock Your Body.
I'm gonna rock your body. Please stay. Cry me a river. That's right.
And then the train is in here. Train is in here, number 45.
Drops of Jupiter?
No, Calling All Angels.
Calling all angels.
Yep. Oh, here, I was looking for this one. Avril Lavigne is number 18. I'm With You.
Oh, yeah.
It's a damn cold night.
Walking in the rain.
Oh.
My hair is really limp. I don't like
kind of a weird song.
Yeah.
It's a bit creepy.
It's like, damn cold. Yeah, you know, the Matrix co-wrote all of her stuff, which was a collaboration of 3 people, and the Matrix tried to launch Katy Perry's career back then, but it didn't happen yet.
No, it was not her time. That's fine.
We've had a lot of Katy Perry lately.
Yeah.
I like our music discussions.
Yeah, it's fun. And I like looking at music of the past.
I like that you like that, because music is so integral of our lives.
It really is.
Without music, what would our lives be?
Not musical.
And I also love Oktoberfest. Just, you're looking at me so judgmentally. Hey, I forgot who's coming in today. Who did I say was coming in? I know we're going to talk to Red Akins, or I am from the past. Benita is here. Look who just walked in. Hi, Mark. And look, it's her husband.
Hey, how you doing, Haley? It's a disgruntled fiddle player, tell you what.
Hey, long time no see.
What?
Hey, I just want to tell y'all guys I was very upset about the whole bag situation.
Oh, yeah, the bags. I'm fine with it.
It's 10 cents.
And I got a bunch of bags in the back of my car that I reuse all the time. I'm completely down with that.
And most of the places you go, if you bring your own bag, you get 5 cents back.
No. Where's that happening?
At least Target.
You get 5 cents back?
It happens at quite a few places.
I want that.
Yeah. So, just bring your bags, and then you'll get you 5 cents back or whatever for every bag you bring. And then if you need a bag, you will be making a profit still.
Wait, then you're giving your bag back to Target, or do you get to keep the bag? Oh,
no, you bring your own bag, and then whether it's a Target bag that you bought before. So if you have to buy a bag, reuse that bag in the store at least twice.
Okay.
And you make back your money.
I didn't know Target. Nobody else is doing this that I know of.
A lot of places used to. I think a few places actually stopped when the whole bag policy came about. Mm-hmm. But Target was doing it and is still doing it. Rayleigh's was doing it. Safeway was doing it.
Okay.
Whole Foods does do it.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I gotta go to Rayleigh's, Whole Foods.
Mm-hmm. You can also choose to donate your bag credit to their weekly charity at Whole Foods. They'll support a charity and ask if you want them to donate to it.
You are a well of information. A wellspring.
I've been around the block once or twice. And it's right around the block. It's like 2 blocks away from us.
Mark, I think I want to take Haley's advice and bring my bag in and get 5 cents. Oh, look who else walked in just now.
Hello, Mike. I make the root beer on the brewmaster. Oh, boy. Happy Oktoberfest.
You don't even make beer. You just make root beer.
Shut up. I make delicious root beer, and it's good, and you will drink it.
Are we gonna... Oh, we're just gonna pour it into Disgruntled Fiddle Player's 10-gallon hat again.
Yeah. Drink my root beer, Disgruntled Fiddle Player, out of your hat. I don't like his aggressive style that's been going on lately.
He is very, very aggressive.
What's going on with you and Shelley Shoehart, Brewmaster? You seem upset. Is there something wrong?
Mike, our relationship has plateaued.
Oh.
This is some juicy drama right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody, butt out.
Well, Benita's leaving us now. I am time. Oh, yeah. I gotta go because I gotta make my dramatic leaving part of the show. Bye. Bags are great. Well, so you can catch a show in a myriad of places that we discussed earlier.
A myriad of places, yes.
And listen to our show and not stupid other shows that don't podcast for 5 months.
Damn right.
So we took off a couple days for an important reason, which I outlined at the beginning of the show.
Right.
And we're back, and I think we'll be back.
Hey, we're
tomorrow.
back. Did you ever see that movie? We're back.
No, what's it about?
It's a Universal Pictures animated movie about dinosaurs.
Oh, this sounds familiar.
And they like go back in time and they kidnap the dinosaurs.
What?
And then they like experiment on them and they become like sentient, friendly dinosaurs.
Whoa.
And then they're released upon New York and they have a jammin' time.
I'm so gonna see this movie.
Yeah. It was one of my favorites as a kid.
I think next time I get really sick and I have to stay on my couch all day, I'm gonna watch this movie.
Cool, I'll come over and join you.
But then I'll get you sick.
It's fine.
But no, I'll have lots of orange juice.
Orange juice is delicious. Don't let me near your orange juice because then you won't have any orange juice. I am not making that up.
You love orange juice?
Yes.
This is something I didn't know about Haley. Mm-hmm. It is delicious and good. Do you like pulp or non-pulp?
Non-pulp. Goes down smoother.
That's true.
In fact, sometimes I have to get it with pulp so I don't drink it all at once.
So it slows you down a little bit?
Yeah.
Because otherwise your pattern is gulp, gulp.
You know how like when you're really thirsty and you pour yourself a giant glass of water and you're like, there's no way I'm going to be able to actually drink all of this water in one go, and then all of a sudden the water's gone and you're pouring yourself another glass?
Yeah.
That's how it is with orange juice.
I love your stories of hydration.
Stories of hydration.
Well, I would like to now tell you that a big thank you to Haley's girlfriend for buying stuff on our Amazon.
Yeah, 13 cents.
13 cents is what we made off of Haley's girlfriend. Thank you. She bought something really cool, and you can too. Go to that Amazon link at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com, and it helps us out. Also, if you want to give us money through the PayPal and become a Mike's Daily Podcast third, and you'll get a greeting from all the characters here at Cafe anyway. Awesome. So, the blog, the Daily Podcast Picture, and all the past interviews are at MIKES-DAILY-PODCAST.com, as well as the cassette cubbyhole, which is where I found this interview. It was in my cassette cubbyhole because I recorded things, I think, up until like 2005 on cassette.
That makes sense.
And this is from 2003, as we mentioned.
Was this an 8-track type cassette? Or was it a...
No, this was like your typical Sony cassette.
Right, okay. That's a shame. 8-tracks are fun.
Yeah, they are. They go one direction, like the band. The story of my life, I drank you home. We drove all night and crashed my car, and then I said...
I don't care.
Oh, yeah, sing that one. That's got a great chorus.
I got this feeling on a summer day when you were gone. I crashed my car into a bridge. I watched, I let it burn. I threw your stuff into a bag and pushed it down the stairs. I crashed my car into a bridge. I don't care. I love it.
Mike's Cassette Cubbyhole.
You're just amazing with you and your guitar right there here at the cafe.
Oh, I appreciate it. This is how I started out, just me and my guitar. I didn't have a lot of bands growing up. I was a football player and didn't have time, to do the nightclub scene and all that. But when I was at home or at football camp, I always sat around with my acoustic guitar. And my first real gig was at the Holiday Inn in Valdosta, Georgia, at the the little lounge. And I just sit in the corner with just an acoustic guitar and take requests and I mean, everything from Jimmy Buffett to George Strait, to Garth Brooks, whatever people wanted to hear. I had to learn everything, and so that's what I like doing the best, is sitting down doing the James Taylor kind of thing, just the acoustic. But
wow,
that's how I write all my songs, just sitting around with my acoustic guitar, and that's what I feel the most comfortable with, probably.
And now you got a band, and they are an amazing band. And
yeah,
you're going to be.
We're going to be all over, man. We start February the 7th in Tampa, Florida. It's myself, Daryl Singletary, Wade Hayes, Chad Brock, We're called the Honky Tonk Tailgate Party, and we're doing our first show with the Rockin' Roadhouse, which has Joe Diffie, Tracy Lawrence, and Mark Chestnut on that tour. So it's going to be a fun time. And last year we came all through California. We played in Paso Robles at the Mid-State Fair and all up and down the coast. And I'm sure we'll be back, by this summer.
Well, that is great. That's a great sounding song, too.
Thanks.
And I can't wait to hear the whole album. Rhett, and you of course, we were talking about the song that got you noticed by David Letterman, That Ain't My Truck. How did you come upon that song?
This is a true story. I wrote this song about a girl I was going out with in high school, and I was at football camp for a couple of weeks, and she'd gone to the beach, I think down to Daytona Beach, Florida, and I'd kind of gotten wind that she'd been hanging out with a certain fella down there at the beach the whole time I was at football camp, but I didn't really believe it. And so the last day of camp, first thing I did was jump in my truck and going to ride by her house and see her, and sure enough, pull up around the corner, and there's that guy's truck sitting in her driveway, and I just remembered that story and wrote a little song about it. And I saw her for the first time New Year's Eve this year. It's in like 12 years since we broke up, and since I wrote the song and it was a hit and all that kind of stuff, and we had a good time laughing about it.
Does she even know that you wrote this?
Oh yeah, she knows. She's a hero now. She knows all about it. But I'll play it for you right here. Also, on my new CD, we have an acoustic version of "That Ain't My Truck" on there. It's called the Back Porch Acoustic Version, and it sounds a little something like this. She's been going out with him, and she's been going out with me. Said she'd let us know by tonight which one it would be. So I waited by my phone, but she never called me up. Had to know what was going on. So I drove by her house, and sure enough, that ain't my truck in her drive. Man, this ain't my day tonight. Looks like she's in love and I'm out of luck. That ain't my shadow on her wall. And Lord, this don't look good at all. 'Cause that's my girl, my whole world, but that ain't my truck. I pulled over by the curb, and I've been sitting here all night and wondering what it was I did so wrong that he did so right. I thought of breaking down that door, but there's nothing left to say. That Chevy 4x4 says it all. Sitting in my place, that ain't my truck in her drive. Man, this ain't my day tonight. Looks like she's in love and I'm out of luck. That ain't my shadow on her wall. Lord, this don't look good at all. 'Cause that's my girl, my whole world, but that ain't my truck. That's my girl, my whole world, but that ain't my truck.
Yeah, Rhett Akins! You can also hear that version, only probably a lot better sounding because we only have $5 mics here, but I'm sure he has the nicer ones.
Yeah, it's got a little
on the CD.
Yeah, a little bluegrass feel to it. It's got a couple of dobros on it and stand-up bass and just a little percussion. And it's we call it the Back Porch Acoustic Version because it just sounds like you're just sitting on the back porch of a cabin somewhere, just doing some guys sitting around picking. And I really like it a lot.
Friday Night in Dixie, the name of the album. It's on Audium Records. And Rhett, do you still play a little football ever, like with some pals?
You know what? I was at a gym the other day in Nashville, and I saw these two guys, and they were huge. I mean, they were just bulky guys, and I overheard them talking about practicing football, and I was like, who do y'all play for? And they're like, we got the city league that's full tackle. I mean, big time full tackle. And I said, y'all need a quarterback? And they were like, yeah, we need somebody. And I believe that if you played on a city full tackle football team, I believe it would be more rough than the NFL probably. Because these are guys who, dreamed about it forever, never got the shot, or they got hurt and it's over with, and they're never going to play big time again. I guarantee you they give it their all when they get out there in the games, and I'd probably get killed. Seriously, I probably wouldn't be able to play guitar after the second play or something like that, because these guys look like that they were just ready to kill somebody. So if I play a lot of football, it's just in the backyard with my kids, just chunking the ball around. Or I do carry a football on the bus, because there's been times when I've sung the national anthem, like at a Tampa Bay game. I sang at a Dallas Cowboys game one time, and we got to go out on the field and throw the ball with Troy Aikman and that kind of stuff. Wow. So maybe I'll head down to San Diego this weekend and maybe warm up with Rich Gannon. What do you think?
Oh, do it.
Well, if I handed him a CD, right before kickoff, hey Rich, I'm Red Akins. I thought you might want this CD. Can we just throw the ball for a minute before you hit the field?
And that'll be good luck for the game and everything.
Yeah, you're a Raider man? You're Raider Nation? You got your black on tonight.
I do. Well, my girlfriend's dad is the biggest Raiders fan you've ever seen, so I think I got to make good. Because my side of the family couldn't care less, but, so...
Yeah, you probably
I've got a high influence going on.
I got you. All right.
Rate the music. No, Rhett, is there anything else you want to play? Like, do you remember anything of More Than Everything?
Yeah, sure do. More Than Everything was on my third album. Also written by Marv Green, that wrote my new single. So I'm turning into a Marv Green artist here. Let's see if I can play a little bit of this. Because, long before the first beats of our hearts, somehow someone knew that you belonged here in my arms. And now that I've got you, girl, I'm amazed every day how you make my life complete in every way. But when I start to question just how on earth you found me, all I really have to do is stop and look around me. 'Cause he shows the rivers where to run, struck the match that lit the sun. He writes the songs the birds sing, he makes the flowers bloom in spring. But of all the things he's done, well, he made me for you and you for me, and that's more than everything. How about that?
That was great.
Well, that's more than everything.
Yeah. All right. We can't wait to see you come by with your concert tour.
Yeah,
that'll be cool.
I hope we do, man. I hope we come, somewhere. Now, last year, I think the closest we went to Bakersfield. I know we went to the Crystal Palace to see Buck up there, went to Paso Robles. And I'm trying to think if we played anywhere a little more south than that. But it's been we used to play the Crazy Horse. Is that still around? Crazy Horse still kicking down in Irvine, I believe?
Irvine, I believe. I haven't heard anything from them.
I don't know. The best way to find out is rhettakins.com.
Okay.
Check us out. I got a tour page on there. If you got some old pictures, from last year or years past of us together, send them in. We'll put them on the website, and we got all kind of cool stuff on there.
And you did play at the Borderline. Was that, we think, 98?
Yeah, I'm thinking it was 98. It was for a Christmas deal.
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
Toys for Tots, and I think Sarah Evans was there, and you did a phenomenal job there, too.
Thank you.
I'm sure a lot of people listening remember that.
Yeah, appreciate that.
You are immortalized at the Borderline now.
Yeah, and we played at Universal Amphitheater 3 nights in a row when I opened for Reba, my very first. Sometimes it seems like I've been doing this, this is my first year out, and sometimes it seems like I've been doing this 20 years. It's like I've done so many things and been so many places. It's hard to keep track, but it's cool when people like you bring up gigs that I hadn't thought about in a while, and it's good memories. So California's been great to me, so looking forward to coming back.
And the album is Friday Night in Dixie. Go out and get it today. It's on Audium Records. And Rhett, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
We'll wrap up our little talk here with the That Ain't My Truck tune for the girl that could have married you and become the Mrs. Akins.
Well, I wouldn't have gotten the song out of it, so I'm glad it didn't happen that way.
There you go. All right. Thank you, Rhett.
Thank you.
Wow, that was Rhett Akins. He's still around. He's producing other people's stuff.
Me too.
You are too. You're a producer. Mm-hmm. As we go outside a cafe anyway, we're bringing Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcaster Valley.
And here's today's podcast picture.
The podcast picture is of me, and you said the other day I looked like that guy from the Pawn Stars show.
A little bit. Something about that picture reminds me of that guy.
So I am a bald old guy, and I'm fat, and I have a goatee.
What do you expect me to say in response to that?
That's wrong, Mike. Wrong, because I don't have a goatee.
That's true. You don't have a goatee.
I could stand to lose a little weight, but the next show, it's the return of the much-loved segment, Wow Shuts Wow, where we'll talk about an interesting fact. Do you think you have interesting facts that we'll talk about?
I forgot to say an interesting fact today, so I'll tell it tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, next show. Yay. And we'll also hear from Madame Rutabaga, Valentino, and Bison Bennett.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. Email Mike now at MIKES-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!